Hello and welcome back to Streamer in Progress, my daily blog series where I practice my yapping. I hope everybody's been having a good week so far. I certainly have. Today, I had a really good day. For the first time since going full-time content creator, I really took some time for myself and actually went and worked out today. Feels really good to say that I deliberately went out of my way to move my body. I always feel better when I work out. I think it's such a hack to feeling more confident and feeling more put together, accomplished, whatever you want to call it. And yet, let me tell you, the whole time leading up to actually leaving the house to go to the gym, I was giving myself excuses. I was like, oh no, but I want to spend this time on work, or if I'm not going to spend it on work, I want to spend it on things that bring me joy, and the mental gymnastics that we can do to get out of doing shit that is hard but is ultimately good for us is absolutely insane. I know I'm not the only one. But then the second you do it, you're going to be happy you did it. And sure enough, I was. So that was a really big accomplishment for me today. I'm really proud that I stepped out of my streamer anxiety stage and actually went and did something just for me. And that's something maybe I could talk about a little bit more today, is this kind of sense of wanting to make the most of every second that I have available to me now that I am now that I've actively said okay, I want to do this. I feel this serious pressure to have things feel kind of legitimate and stable as soon as humanly possible, which I think is a normal human tendency, but it's I think spending every waking moment of every day on stream stuff is not only a great recipe for burnout, but it actually makes for lower quality content. There's only so much I can analyze, improve, add in a day, and quite frankly, doing it all at once just for the sake of doing it all at once is not actual progress the way that it feels like it might be. It's just me clawing at a sense of control, and that is a tough pill to swallow, because obviously it's easy to know that in hindsight or in retrospect, but to actually step away and spend time doing something else, that's rough stuff. It's difficult. And I have somebody's chat up over here, and I need to get rid of that because it's distracting me. And I made it huge. Okay. Jeez Louise. I found that in OBS, if you raid somebody, it goes to their chat. And then if that person raids another person, it goes to their chat. And so on and so forth for the rest of forever. As long as people are raiding, I'm going to have a chat going in OBS, and it's not going to be mine. So part of me was curious as to whose chat it even was, which is why I kept it up even though I knew it could be distracting. But nah, it's better to focus on this than to be trying to read chat at the same time. That's for when we're streaming, right? Something I've been thinking about today as well has been kind of in the same vein of like the fear and anxiety kind of like pushing this sense of like continually having to do things to fill my time. I feel like the energetic space that puts me in is not the most pleasant to experience from a viewer perspective. I think that like obviously at the end of the day, like streaming is something I really enjoy doing, and I like spending my time doing it, and I do think that comes through. But there's something to be said about like this tenseness in your core and having things like emanate from a place of fear as opposed to of a place of like love and self-esteem and confidence and an ability to like feel comfortable holding the space regardless of what happens or like what the outcome is. And my husband, who's a mental performance coach, talks about this stuff all the time, and it's really funny like seeing it play out in my own experience the exact same way that it would for any number of athletes he's worked with. So that definitely has been an interesting journey, because it's like the very thing that makes you feel like you're being productive can be the very thing that is keeping you in a place of fear and stagnation and like limiting the overall potential of what you're actually doing in the first place. Whereas kind of like letting go a little bit, doing the work, chopping the wood, carrying the water, so to speak, but then also having time for self-love and self-care and friendship and community. All of these things actually enrich the experience of my own experience, and hopefully therefore the viewer's experience. At the end of the day, like what I'm trying to do is essentially be an experience, and that requires like a certain level of like whole self-care. I don't know how else to word it. So yeah, I've been thinking a lot today about energy and how I am treating myself as I move forward in this career path. What else? What else happened today? Today I pitched the idea of doing a co-working stream to my chat, and I had a few bites, which is really exciting. Because I'm going to do it regardless of if anybody I currently have in my circle wants it or is down for it, because I think it would help me. But certainly having some people who are already interested does not hurt. It makes me happy to know that I'm not the only one who enjoys things like this. I just love the idea of a co-working stream. I think that's so fun and a fantastic use of the technology. Not Rue in the background. You're ruining my video, Rue. So yeah, I'm excited to do the co-working streams. I think I'm going to start those up next week, and like either add them on at the end of my morning show stream, or just go ahead and like do the stream and then have a break and then restart another stream. We'll see. It's semantics at this point. Maybe we'll try both and just see which one we like better. And it's going to be so rudimentary because I really am not down with the technology. I don't know what the fuck these streamers are doing to have all these task lists and like fancy looking things on their stream, but it could not be me. Not at this point. At this point, we're like fully rudimentary. You know what I'm saying? But that might be nice. Like, that might be good and simple and just something easy to follow. So, I'm looking forward to that. And with all of that said, it's been my 10 minutes. I have fulfilled my duty, and I will be going off to bedland now because it is 8 p.m. and I am getting eepy. See you tomorrow.